Chinese have been flying fighter jets and bombers through this area right here, harassing the Taiwanese as well and testing their air defenses and response. With that, we bring in John Moody, former colleague and head of news at Fox News, has reported from various points around the world as the Rome bureau chief. He is the author of the new book, Of Course They Knew, fiction book, but plays a big role with China. John, good to see you. Why do you think just now we're learning about these Marines in Taiwan? 1 year, is the leak a coincidence?
No coincidence at all, Leland. Great to see you again, by the way. Look, China and the U.S. are sending each other signals. They're sending essentially coded messages. The presence of these trainers in Taiwan, American trainers, is to tell the Chinese, we're here, do not mess with Taiwan, do not mess with us. China, on the other hand, is sending a message that says, we don't care who you are, we don't care where you are, Taiwan is ours, we're going to take it back eventually. It might not be tomorrow, but it's sure that we're going to take it back. This is a game of chicken that China and the U.S. is playing.
And with a whole lot of nuclear weapons in the middle of that, those are the coded messages, and that's what's happening sort of behind closed doors or in newspapers. This is the public message. Ned Price, State Department spokesman, earlier today. Take a listen.
We strongly urge Beijing to cease its military, diplomatic, and economic pressure and coercion against Taiwan. We've said this many times before, but our commitment to Taiwan is rock solid. And it contributes, we believe, to the maintenance of peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait and within the broader region as well.
What we've never heard from the U.S. government is a formal declaration that the U.S. will protect Taiwan.
They can't do it. They're wedded to the one China policy, which means that they can only recognize Beijing as the official government of China. Part of that understanding, and again, it's just an understanding, is that the United States will be there in Taiwan and will consider Taiwan something that has the right to protect. But the one China policy as it now stands is probably not going to last if this is the kind of provocations that China is going to continue to make.
It seems by all accounts they're going to keep making it until they are given a reason not to, and it certainly helps Xi Jinping back at home. He's going to have a meeting with President Biden. Xi hasn't left China in almost 2 years now, which in and of itself is unusual. But he's going to have this virtual meeting with President Biden. What are the coded things you watch for?
I think it's very interesting that the United States had to ask for this meeting. I mean, most foreign leaders look forward to having a chance to talk to the President of the United States. Xi Jinping had to be talked into it and then said, no, I'm not coming personally. I'll talk to you over the computer. It's China's attempt to reverse the order of importance and dominance in the world. They've humiliated 2 envoys from the United States recently, and I think President Biden would be well advised to watch out for what happens during this virtual meeting.
Yeah, no, what will happen and what we'll see out of it is going to be important. John, great to see you. Thanks for the time. Great book that foreshadows a lot of what might come out of some of these very issues. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, great conversation there. Tomorrow we take a look at exactly